So I got an amazing night's sleep. I am here at the Ramblin' Roots hostel. Thank you, Greg, for setting me up with Bookie. She's amazing. She is the best free-spirited woman I've ever met. And I I don't know. I'm without words. I'm so comfortable right now. It's unreal. A little sore, but as I've learned through the trail, when you wake up in the morning, you're gonna be sore, but once you walk it out, you'll be fine. Especially if you get your hiking legs. Um, yeah, later maybe I'll do a tour of this place so y'all can see. Because if y'all do make it to Nantahala Outdoor Center, this is a good spot. There's also a few things to do at the center. They have whitewater rafting. They have, they have a zip line. They have a few things. I'm gonna obviously do side quests because I got a few days here, whether it's at this hostel or it's just around. I have a few things coming in. A few things at Nantahala Outdoor Center, which is a place where hikers do get things sent to them. My last package will be here Monday. So with that being said, I want to give shout outs. First off, I want to shout out to you, Derek Gutierrez. You helped me a lot in Franklin. You got me a lot of stuff that really helped me, especially in the cold. And my food supply, that was amazing. I actually still have some food supply left. I want to thank my mom, my dad. Y'all have been a big support, not only through this, but through my endeavors in life. And I love you, Mom, and I know it's, life is life. Dad, same thing, life is life, and you've seen me go through a lot, and you've been with me thick and thin through even parts where I can't even understand or, begin to express why I did what I did or said what I said, but I just wasn't in my right head. And I'm on my way to getting into a right state of mind, and this trail has done it. As today, or today's Friday? Yeah. Tomorrow will be a month of me being out in nature. I want to thank Jeremy Thibodeau. You're my boy. Been with me since my hard punk rocker skating days back in Houston. We were wild when we were young. You got a good family now and doing well for yourself. And you have been a part of this journey with me because you're also the adventurous yourself. And thank you for what you've done. I want to thank you, Josh Romine. You've also been a part of this with me, and you've been living vicariously through me on this journey. And I want to just continue to show you what the trail's like, so maybe I can inspire you one day to do it, and you'll know how to do it through me. And I just want to thank everybody that's watching and everybody that's with me in spirit. I love y'all, and thanks for being with me through this. Also, just everybody in general, those that maybe I've hurt in the past, those that I've let down, those that I've probably scared off in some times that were dark for me. I want to thank those that have still got a little faith in me, or, still have some love for me or whatever. I want to, also, just hope that, or say that I hope that maybe one day I can earn y'all back, through, my journeys of, getting right in the spirit and getting right in my mind, because that's what this is all about. I had quite a few hard falls. A lot of things hit me and bring me down and make me get into a spot that I still don't understand how I got that way, but I can make up for that instead of self-destructing and continuing to live in that path, I can do something about it. Because there's a quote that I read one time, or it's called The Curious Paradox by Carl Rogers, which states that once you accept yourself for what you are, then you can change. Well, I was broken for a very long time because I let a lot of things that was influencing me, or that was going on, or that had happened that was tragic, caused me to continue to move backwards and not even accept that forward was even an option. And I just, stayed stagnant. Not even stagnant. I just kept moving backwards. I kept digging this hole in life that I just focused on trying to get out of this hole, but I just kept digging, and life was just lifing, and everyone was like, well, what are you doing with yourself? Well, I was just digging this hole, wasting energy doing that, and not doing anything about life. So here I am finally learning how to dig a trench and be able to get out and get in and not even have to worry about where I'm at, because I'm comfortable where I'm at today. So the trail so far from Amicaloa Falls, um, what is it? What's it called? Amicaloa approach trail. So whenever you get to Amicaloa Falls, you do an 8.5 mile approach trail. You can do the stairs, or you can do another route. I think it's like a slope up. But if you wanted to start a trail, whatever, you would start at Springer Mountain, and some people do that. Some people do the approach trail. It is up to you completely. Springer Mountain's pretty epic. The best way to describe it, it's about a mile of just stairs. It's just like a staircase in a house. That was pretty neat. But like once you get up into Hawk Mountain and then Trey Mountain, like you pretty much have your legs, and you can deal with it or whatever. I ran into some rain at Trey Mountain, Hawk and Trey. That was pretty neat. Night hikes, they can be a little eerie at first, but you get used to it. There's 3 rules of the Appalachians that I read, and I kind of understand why. 1 is to never whistle in the dark. 2 is to never look into the woods, and 3 is to never answer to your name being called. And that should all say enough. Like they have the Mothman, folklore up here. They have, the Sasquatch folklore. And then, of course, I guess you have your crazy hillbillies or whatever. I don't know. But it's pretty neat. Like I'd look out in the woods or whatever sometimes on my night hikes and be all foggy and have my headlight on. And I'd see these little red eyes, just like light up. And then, oh gosh. But, yeah, so my biggest thing really whenever I'm out there or whatever, like the only trouble that I really have is getting to and from shelter, or really getting out of shelter, because I have all my stuff out, and I don't really know how to get it back in my bag and break camp and leave quick. So it usually takes me an hour and a half to even leave. So I wake up usually 6:30, or even if I wake up like 7 or whatever, I'm out, usually on the trail by 9:30, maybe 10. And I really don't like starting at 10 o'clock, because to me that's a little too late, but whatever, I am hopping shelter to shelter, so I don't have a tent. I had a tent coming into this thing, but I ditched it at the Max Epperson shelter because it was like 4 pounds, and my bag already had all this stuff, because I came into this just prepared for anything and everything, and had all this stuff packed. People had given me stuff left and right in Louisville, and my dad and my mom had sent me some stuff, and just things I just kind of just like left here and there, because like, man, this weight, up these mountains, but I don't know where my bag sits now, but when I weighed it last at Outdoor 76 in Franklin, it weighed like 32 pounds, which really isn't bad, especially with my 70-pound Osprey Acer pack. It's a 70 liter, it's pretty big. I thought that I would need a really big pack, but honestly, I could have probably done with a 55 liter. But it is what it is. At least my Osprey does have a convertible day pack on the top. It's pretty neat. And I will definitely take pictures of that and how to disassemble and reassemble it onto my bag when I do my side quest this weekend. Yeah, also, so I ran into this group at Wyabald, and they told me to holler at them whenever I got into town, and apparently they have me a really good resupply of food, and I'm supposed to link up with them today. I want to thank y'all. Well, Sour Patch in your group, thank y'all. It was really cool chilling with y'all at the Wyaball Tower, and I look forward to seeing y'all this weekend, and thank y'all. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I'm at like 32 followers, so once I get 50, I can go live, and then I can maybe do some cool stuff on the trail and on my resupply towns and side quests. I don't know. Maybe I'll do white rafting. Maybe I'll take my phone with me. Maybe I'll lose my phone in the water as I'm doing it. I don't know, but we'll see. But I'm definitely going to see this town. I was talking to Bookie last night, and being that I have to wait till Monday to get my package from my dad, she said that I can maybe shuttle to Fontana and do a few days hikes back here, just so I can keep my legs, and just get shuttled back there after Monday. But I don't know, that just seems kind of like unorthodox to me. So I'll probably just do some calisthenic stretches and stuff like that, and just hike around town or whatever, and just kind of stay active and not stagnant, and do it that way. But from what someone told me on the trail, I met this woman. Her name was it like Major Pipsqueak or something? I don't know, but she told me that definitely take advantage of 0 days and take advantage of some time off the trail. But she said that usually you lose your trail legs after like 2 weeks. So that's good. I'll be here 2 or 3 days. So, the thing to know too about the trail will change you, but the trail will also mess with you. It'll play with your head. It'll make you feel like you don't need to be there. I know somebody told me that a lot of people, whenever they go into these resupply towns, they'll go to a hotel, they'll get a hot shower, they'll watch some TV, they'll eat some good food, and then they'll start scratching their head and be like, you know what? I ain't doing this no more. I'm going home. I actually had a guy I was running with from like Deep Gap in Hiawassee, Georgia, and we were talking about how much we were going to do. He's from Napoleonville, Louisiana. Pretty cool dude. Scott. Nicknamed what was it? I forgot your name. But anyway, he lives in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi, and we were talking, and he suggested that maybe I could hitch back to Mississippi with him, and maybe he can bring me to New Orleans, or someone can meet me there or whatever, and I can come back home. And it sounded really, really good because, I didn't know what else I would do. Well, like, we were at the hotel or whatever, and I was like, bro, like, I'm just gonna keep going, dude. Like, I mean, I know the cold weather, I know I'm going into the cold weather, but I mean, like, why would I stop? But, I don't know. I'm gonna keep pushing. So, my idea is I'm probably gonna make it to Harper's Ferry, Virginia, around there. Maybe even the Mason-Dixon line at Pennsylvania, which would be the midpoint. Wherever I go, wherever I stop, I'm going to basically go back in season. So the season for the Appalachian Trail usually begins at Katahdin, Maine, or Katahdin rather, about it's like February, late mid-March, and that's usually a time people are able to get down into the south where it's not all that hot or whatever. But they shut down Katahdin. They shut down the I think 100-mile wilderness mid-October. So I mean, I would never make it there even if I wanted to, And I'm not leaving out of the cold. I'm going into the blistering cold. And even though I've been some places and I know about some snowstorms, I don't know about living in lean-to shelters in blizzard conditions. So I'm not going to push myself to that. Man, it's already been 15 minutes of doing this. Nice. So I'm just gonna go, and y'all are gonna be with me through this, and I'm gonna just learn as I go.